Peasant out Pluto, peasant out Pluto.
The other news, and I'm always talking about not just the court and the deals, but one of the other areas is in the sneaker market. And one of the surprising stories that came up was around Kobe. And if anybody's been paying attention, back in April, Kobe's wife, Vanessa, went into negotiations with Nike about extending the agreement, the brand agreement that they had between Kobe and Nike. And she ultimately decided to nix that contract and they split ways. However, it was all about the availability and the serving of her foundation or Kobe's foundation with the proceeds that come from selling some of the shoes, making the shoes available, readily available to his fans, more affordable prices, so forth and so on. There's a laundry list of things that were listed, as well as things that we have no clue about. And what happened was there was a UK-based retailer who was a Nike retailer, but it was in the UK. They had some type of, let's call it, raffle or contest of some sort, and the winners received shoes. Apparently, they accidentally sent the Nike Kobe 6 Pro Tros out to a winner, and this person got shoes that were never supposed to be made, much less sold or released. And Vanessa took to social media to rip into Nike and to share her discontent with what happened. And it appeared to break some of the agreements that were discussed or made. Not sure if it was legally binding or not, but nonetheless, I think it was in bad taste to release a shoe. In fact, it was a shoe that she helped design, in which it was a tribute to Gigi, her daughter, who died with Kobe. And thinking about Nike, like, how the hell do you let this happen? And not just from a revenue perspective. Like, honestly, I think that shoe's probably going to be worth $1 million. Like, let's be clear. There's not many of them made. Somebody has their hands on it, but the image and the optics of this, as well as the career of an all-time great in the sport, who helped carry the torch after Jordan in terms of driving awareness for Nike from Nike's point of view, I felt was distasteful that it would even happen. I mean, that's something that you don't send out a shoe that's not supposed to be made to somebody. And I don't believe she actually received a pair of the shoes. I don't even think they sent her, hey, here's a pair for you and your girls. Didn't happen. The bigger effect of this is not the money, is not the shoes themselves, but I think Nike is potentially damaging its brand with up and coming players. Players are now starting to look at non-traditional outlets for their shoe contracts, etc. And that's what I think a lot of players will be paying attention to. How did they treat their existing players under contract, or those that have passed, or those that have previously been with them? And it's something that I think players are taking into consideration. They're willing to look at alternative brands out there. It's not just Nike. It's not just Adidas or Reebok or Puma that we've all heard coming up throughout the years. They're looking at new venues, and I think Nike is putting herself in a tough position with that. I think that's something to look out for in terms of how they handle that. I'd be interested to see what other players do throughout the year.
Peasant out Pluto, peasant out Pluto.